Okay, we're broadcasting and we're doing our usual ceremony very quickly today. And you've received some posts, and I'm just I just kind of taking a step back and watching what you all will do, because I've given you the way to save the planet, each other, your children, your lives, your future, and all of that, and you just stand around, and I don't really know what to make of it. So I'm just going ahead with what I do and hope that you will figure out it's of value to you. So here's our ceremony. Here's our Statue of Liberty at dawn. And here is our multiple statues of liberty. Our multiple statues of liberty is here. Multiple statues of liberty. And now we have our New Money Golden Rule linking to the website. And now we have our marvelous, miraculous virtual gathering place, of course. And we play this for you. That's when she came back and started to smell again with the bloody sensor. I don't know what works to have the children that she did. It's kind of so easy just to get along with her. She was very careful. And that was a sister, Clara. All right, and now we'll play this for you.
And prayerfully not against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose love and life with light, so that you and your children may live. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my golden rule. Cold, golden pox, and let us all listen. On this earth and all planets,
past, present, future,
connected and reconnected, in balance.
Okay, I've got a picture here. Maybe better to name sunflowers, so I'm sure Peter Blackson. This is Anna Marie singing Christmas, and I am Cherokee, Cheyenne, Blackfoot, and Algonquin, Minnesota. And I am also a French, English, and German. Etudier Argentine. That means we are all related. We embrace the new millennial golden rule and so love all the natives of the sacred ground that is Mother Earth, and all the planets of all the universes.
I might as well play this section. I might as well play this section too. And again, I remind you, we are on the teleconference line at 641-715-3580, access code 773342. It is not being recorded. The recording area of the conference calling apparatus is full. It will not accept more, and I've tried to have it expanded, but it isn't working, so I'm not quite sure why, and it's a message to us that look, we've run out of time. We're supposed to be gathering for real, not just on recording. So I'm doing an occasional recording today just to make sure that you know I'm continuing, but it really isn't what we should be doing. We should be gathering for real. So let's do our ceremony very quickly, as we do every day. I'm not giving up. This is important not only for all of you, but it's important for the Mother, Father, Goddess, God. Mother, Father, Goddess, God needs to know that someone appreciates their presence in this world, in all worlds. Let's, the light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water. Hugs and love to all, both and each and every one, as soon as possible. And we'll say that again. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water. Hugs and love to all, both and each and every one, as soon as possible. And we'll say Namaste, Mitakuya Oyasin, Mitakuya Koseveral, Kongson Pax, Pax culture, to your best, said lyric to your best. Baval Chaim Shalom, Salam Soul, Salam Shalom, Mir Pache Pache Mir, Ubuntu, Merci, Buenos Dias, Ciao, Shlandvag, Das Vidanya, Sayonara, Chinque, Chap Chap, Sayonara, good day and cheerio. And if I've forgotten it, cheerio and good day. If I've forgotten any of the languages, you include them. And let's say, let's love and live eternally young, longest, and prosper, all, both, and each and every one, now and as soon as possible, as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries of our Milky Ways, solar heart lights, marvelously budding and blooming, and on this and all our planets. As Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries. And let's say it again. Let's love and live eternally young, longest, and prosper, all, both, and each and every one, as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries of our marvelously, miraculously budding, blooming, solar Milky Ways. Okay, and now we'll say this very important matter for our culture. It's very clear that the people of our culture have a lot of trouble thinking and feeling, and that's because they are not properly breastfed and they do not have strong bonds. They don't understand what a lifelong bond is. They're very superficial, and they have trouble thinking and connecting the dots. The logic ability is very poor. Even mine is not what it should be, apparently. So, and mine's pretty well developed compared to most of you. So, let's drink the milk of human kindness on behalf of all, both, and each and everyone, representing all, both, and each and everyone as soon as possible, especially starting with the on-cue breastfeeding of every holy baby girl and holy baby boy, those of my family especially, and all of your family, my family, everyone's family. It's all one family, and we know we are all related. And the milk of human kindness throughout our lives, past, present, future, as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries. Delicious. Drink on behalf of all, both, and each and everyone, as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries of our Milky Way, solar heart lights, marvelously, miraculously, budding and blooming, marvelously, miraculous, solar Milky Ways. And now we have our liquids of Purim, Passover, Earthsz and Eastras, Vedic Soma, Entheons of Elysian Mysteries, Native American and other cocoa and chocolate, eggnog, all the famous favorite sacramental liquids. So let's drink on behalf of all, both, and each and everyone, representing all, both, and each one now and as soon as possible, as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries. Up here. Okay, let's drink on behalf of all, both, and each and everyone, representing all, both, and each one, as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries. Delicious, but not more important than the milk. And here we have our water. Let's drink our water of loving, living planets that will reclaim and sustain our planet Earth and all our Earth to be, as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries. I drink on behalf of all, both, and each and everyone, representing all, both, and each and everyone, as Equinox QQs, solar. Look at how we are the orbs. We are this, make the circles of the heart light, Milky Ways, budding and blooming into our universe. Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries. Marvelously, miraculously. Very good. Delicious. Don't take that for granted. Now we have our cake. I'm considering to celebrate my birthday and all your birthdays. You haven't done so yet. You're not celebrating anything. You're thanatopically lemmings. What can I say? But I'm not, so I'm doing this for you. And we have our cakes. We have our we start with our Shekinahs, all our Shekinahs, past, present, future, and especially our young Shekinahs and Ekinahs right now, age 37s and frowns and younger. Let's celebrate them, and all of us together as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severas, of the heart lights, Milky Ways, budding, blooming, marvelous, miraculously. Okay, and let's do it this way. Let's celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days of the budding, blooming, heart lights, Milky Ways, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severas, marvelously and miraculously. All right, and now let's do our Purim cookie and our Passover wafer. We have our Purim cookie, and it's round instead of a villain's triangulated hierarchical head. It's a round circle of peers, saying purity, not patriarchy, past, present, future. Why is the matzah flat? Because on Passover and the Last Supper, the people were living under patriarchy, hadn't identified that as a problem, and we're living under it and trying to make good within it. It didn't work. They couldn't become risen. So let's instead become risen. And we'll become that by symbolizing it with our round bread and our oval bread. That right here. And we have our round bread for the females and our oval bread for the males. And let's say we'll become risen, Atlantis, all in all holy lands risen, put the cultures together, and we become risen as an egalitarian culture, is no patriarchy. Parity, not patriarchy. Parity Paradisze, not patriarchy. Past, present, future. And la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche. And let me go get our eggs. I'll be right back. Our eggs of egalitarian culture coming right up. Bear with me. I'll be right back with you. And here we have our eggs of egalitarian culture. Start with 1 egg, calling the circle. Then 2, like here we have the recording of Lee and I on 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've heard Anna Marie and I, and Anna Marie and Ma Patricia and I do threesome. Marija and Raza and I did a threesome. I mean, Raja and Sylvia and I. Let's make the threesome with you. Let some woman call me with a third person. We'll make a, I'd like it to be my sister. And we'll start expanding the circle. Go to 3 to 7 to 11 women. Co-anoint one another's co-secretary generals, co-severas. Then add 5 young women to the circle, age 37 younger. 5 young men, age 37 younger, especially those of our family. So genealogically gifted, you know who you are. And let's all co-anoint one another's co-secretary generals, co-severas, Equinox QQs. And then we become the Equinox QQs of co-secretary generals, co-severas of this and all our planets. And then what that does is that improves the relationships of women. They begin to take each other more seriously, less blowing off, less shutting down. Relationships of women and men improve. They don't have that false hierarchy that always emerges with so many women and men, where the men take advantage, interrupt, or the women overly defer and become very codependent. Then we also have the improvement of the egalitarian marriage, the stabilization of it as a norm for the entire culture, and then the relationships of men improve. None of this huddling together to follow orders from some devious sociopath, and or aggression toward each other and cruelty and war. And then, of course, each one of you becomes a Co-Secretary General, Co-Secretary Equinox GQs, and you can say parity, not patriarchy, past, present, future. Make the circle that way, and say la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche. Let them know that you are in the Milky Ways. Okay, and now we'll do our consciousness currencies. Oh, and I forgot to just say we also want to include our oats and our rice. Not everything is wheat. We didn't show that when we showed the cakes. We'll remember that. Thank you, Mother Nature, for all the food stuff. And now we have our consciousness currencies. Consciousness currencies, very quickly. In the Akashic record, we start with our Native American names, all the names that I've said to you, babbling brook, rustling flowers, whatever names you want to give the Native Americans that were here before, and I'll give some of the first names in the next section. And we also especially want to include Winarian, Adelian, Morellian, so again, translating Adelian, Marian, Adelian, Morellian, Margilian, Silver Golden Kindian, Zalkindian, Feldmarian, Sweet and Saganan, Earthsz Herzogian, Goldenbergian, Solomonian, all the kins and kindians, and Lee Winfrey, Capadia Gandhian, Lee Winfreyan, Brand Skakel, Fitzgerald, Cuomo, Hannah, all those, and Chavez and Huerta, and Joel and Cassidian, and all of the many more. And so that's all in the Akashic records. Then we do it so with the current women who are among us. That's you. You know, you are. Your names are now all over the world, and all the young people. So very, very great among us. Our young women and young men are our young Ishtars and our young Ishtars. Let's give you all big. So you are all goddesses. All the women are goddesses, as you were in Atlantis. You would be regarded as goddess incarnation, capable of achieving apotheosis through the Elysian mysteries, and the young people too, is capable of achieving goddess and godhood through the understanding that we simply choose egalitarian instead of patriarchal culture. That conscious choice makes you into goddesses and gods. So let's give you all the big kisses. All right, and now our big branching family tree. Let's make sure we do that very well. We want to say all the names. If I miss any, you know who I'm including. Oh, I didn't say Goldenbergian and Malarian and lots more on that, some other list. We have to add some Goldenbergian and Minarian, Brennerian, Lichtian, Lydian. There's more. Okay. Then we have our branching family tree going by first names, and we have, of course, Myrtle, Rose, Marie, and Pearl, and we especially thank Sarah Harriet and Ray and Sarah Harriet for gathering us at this marvelous, miraculous, virtuous place. We have Hannah, and we have Estrella and Libertia, and we have, as I said, Sarah Harriet and Ray and Clara, Sarah and Jacqueline in this generation. In this tier. Precious Antoinette, Adele, Rose, and Lucille and Lillian, and Bethan and Gaugi, Lingay, and Hattie Mae, Kasturba and Radha, all of the Marians, all the Esthers, all the way going back, all the Rachels, all the Leahs, all the many, many names of women, all the way going back and back in time, back and forward, all the way through all our connections. We have Giselle, and we have Eunice, Rose, Jacqueline, and we have another Dorothy, and we have Virginia, and many, 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 many more. We have Hannah Greenbaum, Hannah, another Hannah, and we have Sylvia, Light, and Bonnie, and we have all the Deborahs, and we have Cookie, and we have many, many, many more. Then we have our current generations of women, so very important. We have let's start with Anna Marie, and let's start with Anna Marie Seeking Crickets, and Ma Patricia Sunflowers, and Martha and Laura and Sophie, and let's have, of course, Marion and Victoria Mariama and Julianne Marie and I, and Barbara and Leah and Jennifer and Diana Sharon and Anne and Ivy and Candace and many, many more in the Marguline family tree. We have a Silver, Killed, and Golden Kenyan family tree. Remembering Beth Ann, we have Jodine, Laura, Susan, and Sarah. And remembering Lee and Thelma, we have Batya, Helene, Sherry, and Arlene. And we have our Zalkindian family. We have Marcia and Denise. And remembering Risen Rose and Annette. We also have all the Sullivan kind. So we have Robin and Linda and Eugenia and Gila, Ray, Ethel, and many, many more. And then we have our Feldmarian family. Remember Giselle and Dorothy. We have Andrea, and we have Merle and Cheryl and Susan and Meredith, and then we have all of our we have Renita, Oprah, Renita, Patricia, Oprah, Krishnandra, and Alicia, and we have more Dolores and Maria's there also, Dolores and Candida, and many, many more, Cantaria, many, many more, Julianne Marie, Anna Maria, and her sister Julianne. We have, I forgot to mention Malka and Shirley in the Akashic Record. We have Georgine, we have Naomi and all the Julians and Rochelles and Irene and lots more there. And we have Carrie and Caroline, Kathleen, and Megan, and we have Marjorie and Hillary, and we have all of those. And we also have, let me not forget to say, we have Carrie and Mary, and we have Donna and Diana, and we have many, many more. Then we have our younger women, so very, very important. We have Hadass, Rachel Marie, Daniel. Let's start with Angeline and April, Rosa and Edith. Hadass, Rachel Marie, Daniel, Juliet, Vanessa, Salia, Stacy, Anastasia, Soma, and I gotta say Vanessa, Salia again, and Raquel, Julia, Lynn, and Sharon, Hesperus, Athena, Aquarius, Rebecca and Sandra, Abby and Sarah, and we have Sela, we have Sally's daughter, Mary, we have, I mentioned, forgot to mention Sally and Paul and Deborah, and their Pearls and Ruby, and the Akashic Record. And then we also have Abby and Sarah and Aquarius. And then we have our young men, who are equally important, Yushai, Harlan, Elizabeth, Wesley, and Ross and Marcel, and Tanya and Eric, and Jared, and many, many more. And then we've all anointed you, Co-Secretary General, and Ben, Shannon, and John, and Andre. And when we've anointed you all Co-Secretary Generals, then we give you the big kisses. All right, and now we have our Winston Towers group. You know who those are, very, very important to me. But you have your important groups too, to bring and remember Each one of you has a subsection of the tree that's your particular well-known group, nuclear familyhood. Let's get you together, and family and communityhood. Nearby, we have, or in closer in your heart, known from childhood. We have here Victoria, Mariama, Julia, Maria, and I. We have Vanessa, Sally, and Elizabeth. All the family, all right around them that I've just given you, all around the heartland there in the Chicago area, and then connecting with you all around. Okay, and of course there's Georgine here too, and Laura, and lots more. Cheryl and Stacey, Nastasia, and lots more. Okay, so let's give you all big kisses. And did I say also when I did the larger tree, did I say the names of the men, the older men? And more. And so let's give the big kisses. All right, and then we have our big bowl. We'll say we'll pick with clarity for parity. Parity Paradise will have this on our planets. We'll say no to Planetocide and patriarchy. Pick Parity Paradise will past, present, future. As Equinox accused, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretary, we are the rainbow, we start fresh. And then we'll just, of course, as we always say, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the blessings and all the greetings of all the heritages of our earth and our earths, past, present, future, as Equinox Qs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries of our heart lights, Milky Ways, marvelous and miraculous, budding and blooming, marvelously miraculous heart lights, Milky Ways. Okay, and let's say it again. Say it again. Let's say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the blessings and all the greetings of all the heritages of our earth and our earth's past, present, future, as Equinox Qs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretaries, budding and blooming, marvelously and miraculously, Milky Ways, solar heart lights. That's us. Okay. And that's our ceremony. And so now we've got it on YouTube, and Google will be up there in just a moment. When we complete this, let's let you know that it's there. And we'll just go ahead and make some phone calls real quick. longer message in just a minute. And don't you worry. I'm here for you 24/7. You can call me anytime, okay? If anything's going wrong, you're uncomfortable, you're fearful, you're doubtful, you despair, don't be afraid to call me. I'm right here. I can be right with you in a moment, and don't doubt yourselves. You're both co-diamonds. I'll call you right back with a longer message. And I'll say all the names: Victoria, Estrella, Harriet, Ray, Raina, Harriet, Precious, Riz, Rosemary, Maria, Hopper, and of course, your mom is Julianne Marie, and Victoria, Mariama, Julie Marie, and I, Mary, and all the ones I usually say. I'll call you right back. And Anne Marie and Patricia's and all their families. Okay, I'll call you right back.
To save this, your greeting has been saved. To change extension type, main menu. Extension. To change your, please speak after the tone. Press pound when finished.
Hi, ladies, goddesses who want to repair you. And you know, your names are all over the world. You see that way all over the world now. And here's a marvelous, miraculous milk. And here's a marvelous, miraculous heart light that Julian gave me with the pictures on it. And here's the marvelous budding blooming flowers and water. And here's the marvelous, miraculous cakes with the world globes on them. Okay, and I say all your names. So we can first start with the great grandmothers, Myrtle, Rosemary, Pearl, especially as Harriet and Ray, Raina, Harriet. We're grateful for this virtual gathering ability. Through your inspiration, we especially thank Marguerite, for Papa, Ray, Clara, as Harriet, Ray, Harriet, Jacqueline, Precious, Internet, Riz, Rosemary, Papa, Dorothy, Lynn, Rachel, all the ones that I usually say, Kasturba, Brada, all the ones very, very Hattie Mae, Little May, all the ones in various ethnic groups, okay, that we're related to, and of course all of you, Victoria, Mariama, Marion, Julia, Marie, and I, Barbara, and then I mentioned Judy. I should mention her also, Judy, in the Akashic record, and Barbara, and Mary and Meredith, and all the ones I usually say here, and Carrie and Mary, and all the kins and kinds, all the ones that I usually say. Okay, and then the younger people, so very important: Hadass, Rachel Marie, Hadass, Stacy, Anastasia, Rachel Marie, Danielle, Juliet, all in a circle. These young women: Soma, April, Edith, Angeline, and Rosa. And Aquarius, and Rebecca, and Sandra, and Abby, and Sarah, all the ones I usually say there, and all the young men equally important. Harlan Saviz, Wesley with Yeshai with Harlan Saviz, Wesley with Ross, with Marcel, with Tani, Eric, and Tani, and Jared. Especially Jared also, and all the ones I usually do. And I mention also the names when you all co-anoint each other. Did I say Andre, and also Ben, Shannon, and John, and when you co-anoint another, you come and gathered. You'll take yourself out of the terrible danger you're putting yourself in right now, and you're putting your youth in right now, and your youth. So fix this and come gather. And second extra Q's co-secretary general co-secretary. Donnie Orfleece and Maria Rainbow Sweetheart, and Donnie Orfleece say hi and hugs together, Jam and Heather. And on behalf of Whiskers and Tiger and Holly, Tiger, Whiskers, Buttermilk, and Blacky, Black and Buttermilk, Felicity and Felix, all the flora and the fauna, furry friends and the pets, big white dogs, female and male, very gentle, and all the people too of our local, global, universal neighborhoods, past, present, future, second extra Q's co-secretary general co-secretary. I will call you with a longer, I'll call you another midday message, one in the afternoon. You need to gather. I can't say it loudly enough. I can't. This is the voice of Goddess God speaking you. You're not gathering. Now, there are things that I need to do with regard to the media. I'll be doing them in the next day or two. Let's hope it isn't too late. The world is falling apart, and you're not gathering is one of the big reasons it's falling apart. Gather, and look in on your own holy baby children, or goddess children within you, and those of your children, your females and your males, your daughters and your sons, my nieces, my nephews, all of us. We are clan mothers. We have to take a look at them all as our children and be concerned about them all, and look in on them now, because frankly, a number of them are at risk. That's for sure. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I love you, and you call me 24/7. I say, did I say the big white dogs, female, male, very gentle? I said all the kitty cats, and the butterflies, the birds, and bees, and all the people too of our local, global, universal neighborhoods, past, present, futures, equinox, Q's, co-secretary general, co-secretary. You can call me 24/7. I say huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs.
To save this message, your greeting has been saved. To change extension type, press 1. To record extension name, press 2. To manage greeting, press 3. Your input is invalid. Main menu. Extension. To change your custom greeting, press 1. Please speak after the tone. Press pound when finished.
Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa. Here's the marvelous miraculous milk. Here's the marvelous miraculous budding green flowers in water. Here's the marvelous miraculous heartlight with the pictures on it. Here's the marvelous miraculous cakes with the world globes on them. And I think your mamas and great grandmamas. So let's start with doing all the Marie Pearl, Myrtle, and Rose. We say, of course, it's her Ray, Rain is her heritage. We have Liberty and Estrella. We have Hannah. All the ones I usually say, Kasturba and Radha, and all the ones I usually say, Hattie May, and all the ones I usually say of all the different various groups, and Giselle, and all the ones. Then also your mamas with me. There's Sister Kazina. It's okay. Mariam. Well, let's go to you first, and then we'll go up to your mamas. So let's start with you, Angeline and April and Rosa and Edith, and Hadass and Stacy Anastasia. Hadass and Vanessa Sally, and Hadassah, Stacy Anastasia, Rachel Marie, Danielle Juliette, and Solomon, all the ones I usually say in the circle, little Rebecca and Sandra, of course, and Hillel and Ashur, and Elisa and Natalie, and all the ones I usually say, and Abby and Sarah, and all the ones I usually say, Aquarius, all the ones and more. And then we have all our young men, so equally important. But let's do your mothers first before we come to young men, because you want to understand, you guys, these women have been very oppressed, and they don't know how oppressed they are, and they took crumbs instead of the whole pie, okay? They got tokenism instead of, they went a little one rung up the ladder instead of getting the whole thing, and then all mixed up, their minds are all messed up. So let's include your mothers, starting with Anne-Marie singing crickets, Mom Patricia Sunflowers, Sarah, Martha and Lauren, all the ones I usually say, and Darren, Sophia, and then Hannah, Marion, and Victoria Mariama, Julia Marie and I, Victoria Mariama, Marion, Barbara, Meredith, all the ones I usually say, and of course Sonia Prativa, all the ones, and Vernita and Oprah, Krishnandra, and all the ones I usually say there, and all that. And now we come to did I say the young men? Okay, now the young men, very, very important. Harlan Elizabeth Wesley, and Shai, and Ross and Marcel, and Atani and Jared, many, many more. All the ones that I usually say. And then when we said that, we said the men's and the men. We let the women come through the Akashic record. They come back as in contact with us as young women, and then the young older men. We hold all the men over age 38 accountable to the issue of parity, not patriarchy, past, present, future. Say it to them all the time till they understand that they're doing something wrong. Hegemony is not good. It creates an environment where prejudice is made normal. We cannot allow that anymore. It's killing our planet. And then when we have all of you gathered, and then we do gather you all as co-secretary general, co-secretary, you young ones, you young females and young males, and with your mothers, starting with first go first, and then we can also say, and then I say Mary and Carrie, and then I'll say now, you can call me 24/7. I know you might be upset and despairing, but you know your names are all over the world as the most connected, most important biblical figures ever known, and also going back further to the much better peace culture. It's much better than Judeo-Christian culture, the peace culture of Atlantis. And that's what we are. We're Atlantis, and all holy ones risen. We know that Atlantis did connect with the Galilee and intertwined with their family lines, and that you are part of the Atlantis, and that's what you really are, risen. And your Stargates Atlantis, you're Vanessa Solly and Hans Liz Wesley, and you can call me 24/7. You're both co-diamonds, Vanessa Solly and Hans Liz Wesley. Don't doubt yourselves for a moment. You can call me 24/7. Don't ever fleece. And Martin and sweetheart, and don't ever fleece. Say hi and hugs, Heather and Jam and Heather. And on behalf of Whiskers and Tiger and Holly, Tiger, Whiskers, Buttermilk and Blackie, Black and Bottom, Felicity and Flannel, all fallen butterflies, birds and bees, all the people too of our local global universal neighborhoods, past, present, and future, as Equinox, your Q's, co-secretary, general, co-secretary. Did I say the big white dog's female? No, general, very true. Then here's the milk, here's the marvelous bunny blue flowers, here's the marvelous heartlight, here's the marvelous breakfast cakes with the world globes on them. If I've got to say you included, this is going to be available on Google and YouTube just a moment. Love you. You can call me 24/7. Huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs.
You saved this. Your greeting saved.